Good afternoon, Tornado Nation, and welcome inside this Tommy TV broadcast. We're live from Old Bowl today here as we get set for senior night for the boys varsity team. I'm Drew Mickey, and I'm joined today by Jack McGrath. Jack, it's a pleasure to be here with you.
It's great to be here.
So, Jack, I guess before we get started, let's go ahead and just go over a couple introductions into kind of the game of bowling. So let's talk about what you think are kind of important rules for people to keep in mind, maybe points for pin, what a strike is, and what a spare is.
Yeah, so as we watch practice here, they're just getting into it, getting warmed up before the actual game starts. The scoring is pretty simple. You get however many points as you knock down on the lane. If you get a spare, you get 10 plus your next shot. If you get a strike, that's 10 plus your next two.
All right, and could you also explain what a turkey is?
Turkey's 3 strikes in a row. Hopefully we'll see some tonight.
Yes, absolutely. Hopefully some good luck for the Tornadoes. Definitely important here as we get into the senior night for the boys varsity team. Let's just go and run through some of the boys varsity roster for Taylorville. As for Taylorville, we have Seth Hughes, Isaiah Aiden, Darian Ippolito, Sam Puffenberger, and AJ Everly. And Seth, Isaiah, Darian, and Sam are all seniors here on the Taylorville roster. And tonight, this afternoon, the Tornadoes are going to be facing off against Danville. Their boys varsity roster is Matthew Sherman, Cypress Blake, Dalton Lowe, Gavin Favor, and Zach Spencer.
Yeah, a little bit of a different look for the Tornadoes on senior night. We only got 2 people that are normally on varsity here with us today.
So we still got about 3 minutes of practice left, it looks like, on the board there. So could you explain a little bit about your experience with senior night, Jack, as you are a former THS bowling member and a former Taylorville High School alum?
Yeah, so I was a 4-year member of the bowling team. Had a lot of great time. I was captain this past year, my senior year. Had a great time last year at senior night. And yeah, it's been a great experience to be on the bowling team and make a lot of friendships. And some great kids on the bowling team. Some great times we had on the lanes, and I hope we see some tonight.
Absolutely. It's great to be here for senior night. I want to give a special shout out to all the Tommy TV crew members here working for this broadcast. We have Emily Burke, Ryan Ebert, Ella Hohenstein, Curly Edwards, Sophie Robinson, Anthony Reveco, Ben Walmsley, Sawyer Barnes, and then I'm Drew Mickey, and I'm also joined by Jack McGrath. Excited to have you here and for the first bowling broadcast of 2023 and the first bowling broadcast of the school year, I guess. So, Jack, on average, how many bowling games do you have per season, or how many times you go out per week?
It kind of varies depending. We have matches, which are 3 games, and we'll have, on tournaments, on weekends we'll have tournaments that are 6 games. So usually the boys are getting around 70 to 80 games in between those throughout the season. So a lot of bowling gets done throughout. Started November through the end of January.
And whenever you bowl, what was the, not to put you on the spot, what was the highest score you ever got when you bowled?
On the team, I had a 256 a couple of times. Just last Thursday, I beat that, had a 258 in the league out here at the Old Bowl.
So like you said, you're in a league out here at the Old Bowl?
Yes. It's great to still be bowling and still have those connections to the kids on the team and former members, people in the community. So
what got you started bowling here at Taylorville?
It's just something I want to try out, something that looks fun, and a sport I want to try out. I'd met Lance, varsity boys coach, through the golf team. I was on the golf team with his son, and he invited me to come out. It's history since. It's been a great last 5 years of my life since I started bowling. Certainly
a great experience. I want to give a special shout out to Taylorville boys varsity coach Lance Nagel for all the work that he's done to help us prepare and come out to the Old Bowl today. Certainly exciting to be here. And it looks like we're winding down about 30-ish seconds before we get done with our practice rounds, and then we'll move into senior recognition, and then we get started. Is that how that goes, Jack?
Yes, I believe so. Yep, winding down on practice, and I think they'll read off the seniors and recognize them.
Everybody wants to hold up on practice. Coach Nagel here saying
It looks like they're holding up on practice.
Hey, real quick, I just wanted to say thanks everybody for coming out tonight. Tonight is actually the last home match for the boys. So we're just going to recognize the seniors tonight that we have on the team. We have 4 seniors. If they could go up on the approach and after I say their name. Our first senior is Seth Hughes. Tanya Hughes is his mom. This is his first year bowling, and he's planning on going to a trade school or doing something in the trade and stuff like that when he graduates. Our next bowler is Isaiah Mr. Cheese Aiden. His mom's Amanda Porter. He's been bowling, this is his first year bowling too, and he plans on doing something in the plumbing career. Am I right, Isaiah? Our next bowler is Darian Ippolito. His parents are Jerry and Jennifer Ippolito. Darian is a 4-year bowler, and he's bowled quite a few years in the junior leagues. I've known Darian forever, and I'm going to miss him considerably when he leaves. And he's planning on going to college, but he's not sure where yet. And our last bowler is Samuel Puff Baby Puffenbarger. Mother is Jennifer. Sam has also bowled for 4 years, bowled in some junior leagues, and Sam plans on attending Lincoln Land and going into music production and audio video production. And our last bowler tonight, he's not a senior, but he's going to be anchoring the seniors tonight, is AJ Everly. And just to pat AJ on the back real quick, AJ, we bowled a tournament in Saturday in Abington, and AJ ended up finishing 4th overall. And he won a couple of medallions for some high games and stuff like that. And he helped the team with a 3rd place finish in the tournament, and we got a nice plaque for that. So congratulations, Mr. Furler. All right, we're going to get the lane started. I'd like to appreciate Neil Hohenstein and Adam Vokes for bringing out the Tommy TV group tonight and videoing the match for us tonight. So, go good, have fun.
And with that said, that was senior recognition here for the boys varsity senior night. Welcome back into Tommy TV. Once again, I'm Drew Mickey, joined by Jack McGrath. Jack, if you would just go in ahead for those viewers and listeners that may not know, go in a little bit about how this will work. Taylorville player, will Taylorville have 1 lane, Danville have 1 lane? Could you explain a little bit of that?
Yeah, so they'll switch back and forth every frame. All 5 bowlers will bowl on 1 lane for their first frame, and they'll switch over to the other side. We'll have 10 frames in a game, and they'll bowl 3 games tonight.
And there you see Matthew Sherman for Danville putting up a 6 there on his first delivery. And here comes Seth Hughes for Taylorville.
Into the gutter on that one.
I probably had one too many gutter balls during my time as a bowler.
You're not the only one.
Wasn't a very long tenure, but certainly had a lot of birthday parties here at the old bowl. And Seth Hughes is going to go back at it again.
And a strike for Blake of Danville.
Seth Hughes is coming up with his second delivery.
Looks like a 7 count for Seth.
Nice way to recover after that first gutter ball. Got himself a little insurance there. Dalton Lowe for Danville. Isaiah Aiden with the strike for Taylorville.
great shot by Isaiah there.
So when talking about bowling and looking at the speeds, what's your good speed to have in terms of ball, or is that a big factor whenever you're going out and bowling?
Yeah, it's definitely a factor. It it's not just one speed that's good for everyone. Kind of matched up with what kind of ball you have and the revs you're throwing at.
Dalton Lowe with his second throw.
Cleans it up. So if you look out there on the lane, you see the 7 arrows there. Most bowlers are probably aiming about the second arrow from the right. And as we move on in the day and the lanes break down, they'll move left more, maybe go more towards the third or the middle arrow there. And a big factor in bowling is the oil pattern that gets laid out. The oil determines kind of how the ball is going to react, where it's going to go. And it's a little different everywhere, but that's what kind of makes most players tend to go up about the second arrow. There's more oil in the middle, less on the outside, so there's more time for it to hook back and get back to the pocket there, right in between the 1 pin and the 3 pin.
Thank you for that analysis. Greatly appreciate that, Jack. Looking back at some of the scores, Isaiah Aiden with a strike, Darian Ippolito with a strike, so 2 strikes in a row there for Taylorville. Samuel Puffenberger put up an 8.
A little to the left for Spencer. Our anchor, AJ Everly, will attempt to clean up his 9 count. Left a 7 pin on that first shot. Sorry, 4 pin looks like.
And he will do that. AJ Everly gets a spare. What are you seeing on Danville's scores so far, Jack?
Some of them are looking good. Probably need to be moving left a little bit. A couple of them have come in a little high and not quite hit the pocket there. Definitely not a bad start.
Taylorville are not off to a bad start themselves either.
No.
2 strikes and a spare.
You have just 2 open frames there. Not a bad start for 3 bowlers that aren't usually started on varsity, along with our 2 that are. And a split, not a split, sorry. 1-7 for Seth Hughes.
Seth Hughes with his second delivery.
Not something you see every day, but we'll see if he can clean it up, and it looks like he did. Great spare there by Seth Hughes.
Isaiah Aiden is up next for the Tornadoes. Over on Danville side, Matthew Sherman just got spare, it looks like.
You can see Isaiah's two-handed delivery there. He's the only one on our team that bowls with both his hands.
So, speaking about that, what kind of gives you an advantage, or what are the advantages or disadvantages of a two-handed throw versus what most people would do with a one-hand throw?
It allows you to get a higher rev rate on it and spin it more, which will create more hook into the pocket, which can definitely be good, but can also be bad for you if you're not playing it quite right, as he gets his 10-pin spare there. A lot of times it can go high and leave a lot of splits when you're not striking. But definitely some great two-handed bowlers in both high school and on the PBA tour.
And Darian Ippolito is up on Taylorville's side. He had a strike his first delivery, and now he's on his second. Dalton Lowe is up on Danville's side. Dalton Lowe with the delivery for Danville.
Missed the spare left there. Darren will attempt to clean up that gutter he left on his first throw. If he can get it, there's no real harm done as he's on a strike. Three count on his second shot.
Sam Puffelberger is up now for Taylorville. What'd you see from that throw from Sam?
Left an 8 count, definitely not a bad shot, just a little bit off on the angle and left that 4-7 there on the left side.
Zach Spencer up next for Danville.
Looks like he's also got that two-handed delivery as he gets a strike.
Seeming to work for him so far as he's got a spare and now a strike.
Ooh. Sam just misses that spare.
Now AJ Everly is up for Taylorville.
Looking like a good shot and leaves a 10-pin. Ten-pin are definitely one of the most common leaves here at the Old Bowl and across the world. A lot of bowlers hate leaving that 10-pin.
Are there any tips or tricks that you do to avoid getting that 10th pin, or
sometimes, ooh, and he misses it. You know, sometimes it's a bad shot, and sometimes it's just bad luck. Sometimes the shot, you can have a great shot, and you just get unlucky with how the pins spread out and hit each other.
Now Taylorville's back at the top with Seth Hughes, and Danville has Matthew Sherman.
It's on the left side of the head pin there to leave an 8 count.
Seth Hughes getting ready to go again with 33 points.
Ooh, just misses that. Takes one off of it.
And Isaiah Aiden coming back again. He had a spare. Can do even better this time.
A rough lead there as he misses right. We'll see if he can pick it up here. He gets the 3 count. Not a bad result on that.
So what are you seeing from Taylorville so far that you might be liking, or things that they can continue to improve upon here as we go forward?
There's definitely been some good shots. Just a lot of spares have been missed by Taylorville in this short match already.
Darian Ippolito for Taylorville. He's one of the seniors. He got recognized this afternoon.
He pulls it left, and it goes into the gutter.
Dalton Lowe on Danville's side. And he's going to get the strike.
It's on the left side there, and just gets lucky how the pins fall and gets a strike there.
Darren Ippolito going again.
Does the same thing. Pulls a little left and falls right off the lane right before it could hit any pins.
So in terms of going left or maybe even going right a little bit, what do you have to do to fix that and make adjustments as you go into the next?
Yeah, it looks like on that one he just pulled his arm left on his swing and went into the gutter as a result. You got to make sure you keep that arm straight. That's something a couple of our bowlers struggle with, and I certainly did at points during my high school career.
How long did it take you to find a rhythm whenever you kind of started? And welcome back to the Tommy TV broadcast. We apologize, we had some technical difficulties getting back on air as we broadcast from the old bowl. And once again, we are back. I'm Drew Mickey here alongside Jack McGrath. Thank you for your patience and understanding here as we kind of conduct this broadcast from the old bowl. Kind of did this all within a couple hours, kind of setting up everything and getting ready for this bowling matchup here between Taylorville and Danville. Just kind of fill us in maybe a little bit on what we might have missed over our break, I guess, Jack, or what might have happened there on the scores.
Yeah, we just came back to seeing Isaiah pick up that 7-pin there. He picked up a 10-pin on his last frame right before I think we went down. And then it looks like Darian and Sam both threw strikes, and then AJ had an 8 spare to keep us clean while we were gone. It looks like he leaves a 10-pin there. And then on the other side, looks like Danville had a couple of open frames. Looks like Gavin had a 9 spare while we were gone.
Now on Taylorville's side is Darian Ippolito. He is looking to go for the spare.
Misses that 10-pin there. But definitely those last 2 shots looking better than some of the ones that came before.
Dalton low for Danville.
Got 3 or 4 there on that spare attempt. Sam looking to double here. And looks like he left a 10-pin as well.
Gavin Favre for Danville is up next.
Hits it to the left of the head pin. It leaves an 8 count there. And Sam will pick up that 10-pin.
Sam's having a pretty good day so far. He's got a strike, and now he just completed the spare.
Yes, had 3 clean frames there in a row. Not a bad last couple shots. Gavin took 1 off of that 2 pins there to leave an open frame.
AJ Everly is now going for Taylorville, and he
threw a strike, it looks like.
So that leaves AJ. He's had 3 spares and now a strike.
Yes, AJ's our high average bowler on the team this year. He's been doing great. Took home 4th place in the Abington tournament this past weekend, and he's got a couple medals and other tournaments as well. Definitely improved a lot since last year. Really stepped up when the team needed him to.
Absolutely, and Zach Spencer is now up for Danville.
Picks up that 9-pin.
So Jack, I noticed with Zach, sometimes the bowlers have different techniques and how sometimes they roll it, and then sometimes some of them will throw it, I guess, so to speak. What's kind of your technique on that one, or could you break that down a little bit?
Usually it's kind of better to get it more into a roll, kind of be more gentle with it, but some of the bigger, stronger guys muscle a little more and looks more like a throw down the lane, which can definitely be effective, but from a technique standpoint isn't always quite as good.
And Seth Hughes for Taylorville.
Left a 6 count as he left a little right. Seth gets some advice there from Lance on how to go about this tricky spare here.
Certainly want to give a big shout out to Lance for all the work that he has put in with his bowling team, as well as helping us get out here to the Old Bowl to broadcast senior night for the boys varsity team.
Yes, I can't thank Lance enough for all he's done for me and all the other kids throughout his many years of being a bowling coach.
With that said, senior Isaiah Aiden for Taylorville had a spare. And
looks like he left a 10-pin there on that one too. That 10-pin is his enemy tonight, but he's picking him up, and let's hope he continues. Throwing a plastic ball here. It's designed to go a little more straight than most of the bowling balls made with reactive resin.
And that works for him as he picks up the spare. And that is Isaiah's third spare in a row, if I am correct.
Yes. 9 spare is a great score to see.
Dalton Lowe
just misses it there in lane 9. Darian leaves a 4-7-10 split.
He's certainly not having a bad day either, with 2 strikes.
And a 6-7 split there on lane 9 for Danville. We'll see if we can see either of these bowlers pick up these big splits here. Definitely makeable ones, but certainly tricky to pick up. Nice try by Gavin there as he misses it. Darian pulls a little left and is in the gutter before it can get any pins.
Zach Spencer is up next for Danville. Sam Puffenberger is up on Taylorville's side.
Just a bit high for Spencer and leaves that 9-pin. Sam throws throws a strike.
Sam's starting to heat up as he has 2 spares and 2 strikes. And here comes A.J. Everly. He's had 3 spares and a strike so far.
Looks like you a strike as well. Double there for AJ.
Certainly looking good so far this afternoon.
They seem to be starting to warm up here. Sherman is just a bit high there and needs a split.
Seth Hughes up again for Taylorville.
He pulls it and takes 3 off the left side there.
Seth has had 1 strike so far this game.
Seth looked to clean it up there and only got 5 there.
And here comes Isaiah Aiden for Taylorville. Cypress Blake for Danville now has 107 points.
Ooh. Looks like Isaiah dumped it off there in the right gutter. Blake for Danville cleans up his spare and comes back from his first open of the game there in his last frame.
And Blake for Danville is looking pretty good so far.
Ooh, Isaiah leaves a 9-pin to not pick up that spare. It's a rough frame for A10, who's in just his first year bowling. Has been very impressive so far. Low misses a bit left and leaves a 3 count. Darian also missing a bit left and hitting 7 pins also.
Now Dalton Lowe for Danville.
Looks like that one fell off into the gutter.
Darren Ippolito again for Taylorville.
Looking to clean up his spare, and he'll miss left again.
Taylorville having a couple tough breaks so far. Darren Ippolito missed those 3 pins there.
Sam Puffenberger throws a high and tight to get a strike. That's a double for Sam.
And now AJ also just completed a double, so he has a chance to get a turkey.
Gavin cleans up his spare there after a couple of rough opens. Has AJ up on lane 9. Is looking to make it 3 in a row. He'll miss a little right, and looks like a 6 count there for AJ.
So, Jack, how hard is it to get a turkey? How hard is it to achieve that? Or should I ask, how rare is it?
It's not super rare. We usually will see a couple of them throughout a match. It's about the consistency. A lot of kids will struggle with throwing the same shot and hitting this in the same place multiple times in a row, as AJ picks up that spare there. As I was saying, yeah, a lot of kids will struggle throwing that same shot to get those same results.
And Seth Hughes is up again for Taylorville after AJ Everly. AJ has 4 spares and 2 strikes, it looks like. And Matthew Sherman is up for Danville.
And leaves just the 6 pin on his shot. As Seth leaves, looks like a double wood there. 8 count for Seth. And Sherman for Danville missed his spare on lane 9, as Seth will look to pick up his here on lane 10. Seth misses left and misses both pins on his shot, as Blake for Danville misses right and throws it into the gutter.
Now that brings up Isaiah Aiden for Taylorville.
Ivy Perry there on lane 8 picking up her spare, as you can see on the side. And Isaiah will dump it off in the gutter again. He looks to get back to how he's throwing it before.
Isaiah Aiden up again for Taylorville, and Dalton Lowe on Danville's side.
Isaiah will leave a 6 count after his gutter on his first ball. Definitely not a grade 2 last frames after he had a great start through 6 frames. We'll look to clean that up as this game is going into the last stretch.
Yeah, Favre is bowling now for Danville.
Darian pulls the left and dumps it off in the gutter as well.
Darian Ippolito going again for Taylorville.
See if he can clean up his gutter on the first ball. Ooh, looks like a 9 count for him on his second shot. Not a bad result, but definitely wanted to see a spare there. Gavin picks up the 1-2-4-10 there on lane 9. And Sam will strike there for a turkey.
Yes, that is a turkey for Sam Puffenberger. With this very solid performance today for Taylorville, as AJ Everly comes up for Taylorville. He's also having a pretty good day so far.
Yes. Spencer misses left there, and AJ will look to throw a good shot here. Him and Sam both seem to be warming up just at the right time. looking to close out this game with a big finish. Not a bad shot from AJ there as he leaves an 8 count. Spencer left the 1-3 there. That's right where you want to hit on your strike shots, in between that 1 pin and the pin just to the right of it, the 3 pin. This can be a tricky spare here for AJ, as he left a 2-8, 1 pin being right in front of the other, and that could happen there. He gets just the 8 pin behind the 2.
And Seth Hughes is up for Taylorville now as we're in the 9th frame.
And he hits the left side, but will strike. Sherman comes in a little high too for Danville, but just a 6 pin on that. Not a bad result.
Isaiah Aiden, one of the seniors here for Taylorville.
Yeah, looking to clean it up after a couple of rough frames. Coming in a little high, leaving a 3-6-10. Good spare there by Sherman of Danville in his 9th frame.
And Blake for Danville and Isaiah Aiden for Taylorville.
Isaiah will miss his spare. Blake hits left side, gets a little lucky and leaves just a 10 pin on that shot.
Darian Ippolito is now up for Taylorville.
He pulled that one a little left and looks like he left an 8 count on that. Blake misses the 10 pin in his 9th frame. This 9th frame here is the foundation frame. You want to be looking to spare or strike to lead up to a big finish in the 10th. And Darren gets his spare there.
Brings up Dalton Lowe for Danville.
An 8 count there for Lowe, leaving the 4-7. Sam looks to have 4 in a row and misses a bit left. Leaves a 4-7-9 split.
He just completed the turkey. Having an excellent day, but puts up a 7 there. Is going to go for the spare now.
Lowe picks up his 2 pins. Sam will look to pick up this split after missing just a bit left. And he gets a 2 count. It's a tricky spare. 2 counts, about as much as you can ask for.
AJ Everly's been having a solid day as he looks to get ready to go for the 9th frame for Taylorville.
Gavin Favre for Danville will hit just a bit right and another 6 count. So AJ looks to leave just 1 pin standing on his 9th frame. Gavin gets 2 off of those 4 he left.
As you see Coach Lance Nagel giving some advice to AJ as he looks to go for the spare, get his final pin.
Zach Spencer hits a bit high. He gets 8 pins there in his foundation frame for the Danville Vikings. AJ will convert the spare.
Zach Spencer for Danville. He's going to pick up a spare.
That sets up Taylorville Tornadoes to finish out on the lane 10, their 10th frame.
And they will do that by starting off with Seth Hughes.
Ooh. Sherman gets a late hit on the 5-pin to strike in the 10th for Danville, as Seth will look to double up here. He hit to the left of the head pin and left the 5-pin there. Sherman also misses left in his 10th frame and leaves 3 pins there. 1, 2, 9 for Sherman, as Seth Hughes looks to take out the 5-pin.
AJ Everly and Sam Puffenberger waving at the camera here on Tommy TV. Thank you for tuning in here as we are in the 10th frame of the first game as the Tornadoes are against Danville.
Seth misses his spare to finish with a 114. Matthew Sherman gets 2 of 3 to finish with a 126 in the leadoff spot for Danville. Zay is looking for a big finish here after a couple of opens. And another 10-pin for Isaiah. He's been pretty solid on these so far. We'll see if he can get this one. Blake got a 7 in his 10th for Danville. And Isaiah puts it in the gutter to miss and leave his 10th frame open for a 124 game. Blake also misses his spare in the 10th, finishes with a 134.
That brings up Dalton Lowe next for Danville, and Darian Ippolito is now up for Taylorville.
Darian strikes in his 10th frame and will get a bonus frame.
Darian started off the game with a strike in frame 1, and now he, in frame 10, ends it with a strike.
Darian's been up and down this game, but looking for a big finish here as he had the first strike in the 10th. Pulls a bit left and looks like a 6-10 for Darian.
As you see Dalton Lowe for Danville.
Picks up his spare and will get a bonus ball as well. Darren will look to finish out this game by converting the 6-10. He'll dump it off into the gutter to finish with 105.
It's going to bring up Sam Puffenberger for Taylorville Tornadoes. Here on the 10th frame, Dalton Lowe just got the spare for Danville.
Sam strikes in the 10th after leaving that open on the split in the last frame.
He had a very solid first game as he completed the turkey.
He's looking for a big finish to clean up that 9th frame. Looks like Lowe dumped it off in the gutter to finish with the 128. And a 9 count for Sam on his second shot in the 10th.
So you see Sam Puffenberger going for his final pin to get the spare, and Gavin Favre just got the strike on Danville's side.
Sam will pick up that spare to finish with a 181 game. Not bad, but I know we can see him do better here at the Old Bowl.
AJ Everly looking to finish strong here in the 10th frame for the Tornadoes.
And looks like a 9 count for him as well. See if he can pick it up and get a bonus ball to finish off his game. Ooh, wow. Some nice pin action there for Gavin for another strike here in the 10th. See if he can close out with a triple in the 10th frame. A 9 count there for Kirsten Deal on lane 8 there on the left.
So you see AJ Everly pick up the spare.
And he will get a bonus ball to finish off his game.
Gavin Favre for Danville picks up another strike, which gives him a turkey.
Big finish there. Turkey in the 10th. You love to see that for a 164 game.
So you see a turkey from Danville with Gavin Favre, and then you see a turkey from Sam Puffenberger earlier on in the game on Taylorville's side.
AJ struck on his last ball to shoot a 178. Again, not a bad game, but we can see him do better. Hopefully these next 2 games. Spencer, the last bowler left on this pair, will leave a 7 count in his 10th frame. Spencer will miss that spare to finish the game to 175. Close game as Danville takes the first game by 25 pins.
Is there something that you would like to see improved upon from Taylorville in the second game if they're going to come away with a win?
There's a lot of missed spares on that. They can definitely make some better shots. Make sure they're not pulling it left. Saw that a few times by a couple different guys. Just throw good shots and make your spares and improve a little bit and take these last 2 games. Set starts off with an 8 count as Matthew Sherman for Danville will have a spare in his first frame.
Seth Hughes bowling for Taylorville, and Cypress Blake is now bowling for Danville. Isaiah Aiden now up for Taylorville.
He will leave just the 9-pin, it looks like.
What are you seeing from the Tornadoes so far as we enter this second match for the Tornadoes?
The second match, it's like both bowlers here that have bowled so far just pulled a little left. Just need to make sure they're throwing good shots and cleaning up their spares. As Isaiah will look to do just that and barely gets the 9-pin spare. Dalton Lowe with the 6 count, and Darren Ippolito with a 9 count in their first frames. Lowe will get 3 out of 4.
Darian Ippolito is up for Taylorville, and Gavin Favre is on for Danville.
Looks like Darian missed his spare as Gavin leaves just the 10-pin on his shot.
Gavin had a 164 in that first game.
Sam also at the 9 count, leaving just a 7-pin. There's corner pins are some of the trickiest, and you see one of each here on these 2 lanes that our varsity boys are bowling on.
Sam Puffenberger and AJ Everly were both anchors of this team through that first game, as Sam came up with 181 points, and AJ Everly had 178.
Sam picks up his 7-pin spare as Gavin missed his 10-pin.
Zach Spencer on Danville's side was a high scorer through that first game with 175 points. Looking to improve again through the second game.
Spencer hits a bit left there and leaves 6-pin. AJ will look to strike in this first frame, and he'll pull it just a bit left, and does a better shot than that result looks. So he leaves the 4-9 split. Spencer missed his spare there as AJ will look to pick up his in this first frame of the second game. AJ gets just the 4-pin there. And that'll bring our Taylorville Tornadoes back over to lane 9 for their second frame.
As Seth Hughes for Taylorville is up and Matthew Sherman for Danville. Seth Hughes put up 114 points for the first game rather.
Has a good shot, but leaves the 10-pin on his second frame.
Matthew Sherman for Danville put up 124 points to their first game. Taylorville looking to come back and capture the second game after Danville took the first one, 727 points against Taylorville's 702 points.
It's like Hughes and Sherman both missed their spares the second frame. Rough split there for Isaiah as he goes high and leads the big 4. The 4, 6, 7, 10.
Picked up the spare on that first frame.
We'll see if he can do it on this, but this is a tough one. He'll give a good attempt as he gets 2.
Cypress Blake is now up for Danville.
Looks like he put it right in the middle as Isaiah gives him the field goal hand gesture there. Darren came just a bit high and had a 9 count on that ball.
And Dalton Lowe is up for Danville now.
Lowe will miss left and leave a 5-10 split. Tricky one, but make it. Darren looks to get this single pin, and he will. Lowe's up on the approach, standing way left to shoot at this. And a good attempt, but he did not get either pin. Sam with a strike for his second frame.
Sam came away with a solid outing through that first game with 181 points for Taylorville. He was the high scorer for the Tornadoes in the first game. As AJ Everly gets set for Taylorville.
Gavin Favre leaving just a 10 pin on lane 10 for Danville. Looks like AJ will do the same, leaving just a 10 pin. Favre misses it left for Danville. We'll see if AJ does the same thing or if he can pick it up. AJ will look to clean up this frame here and put himself off to a strong start after missing that split. And he'll get that 10 pin.
On the other side for Danville, Zach Spencer.
Looks like he will miss left.
He was Danville's high scorer in the first game with 175 points.
An 8 count there for Spencer on his first shot, leaving the 1-3. This is right where most bowlers aim on their strike shot, right in between this 1 pin and the 3 pin here, the pocket. He will do just that, hit the pocket and pick up the spare.
Off to another strong start for Zach Spencer.
Sherman missed a little right, but got 9 pins on that shot, leaving just a 2 pin.
Seth Hughes is getting frame 3 started off.
It's like he threw it out to the right a little too much. Sherman misses his single pin spare for Danville in frame 3. He's looking to clean up after a gutter ball on his first shot. And he will, picking up all 10 pins. Great spare there by Seth Hughes. Looks like Blake took 3 off the right there for Danville.
Isaiah Aiden in his 3rd frame for Taylorville in the 2nd game. Once again, the Tornadoes were taken down in the first game, 727 to 702. Through this 2nd game, what are you seeing so far, Jack?
A lot of these kids are missing the pocket now. I don't know if the lanes are starting to break down a little earlier than they usually do, or just not a lot of great shots being thrown, but not a lot of strikes so far in this 2nd match. Just one by Sam in his 2nd frame as Isaiah picks up that 7 spare.
On the Danville side, they've not seen a strike yet. They got a few spares.
Looks like a 9 count for Dalton Lowe of Danville. As Darian's lined up on the other lane. Just a bit high and just a 4 pin left for Darian. Had a 9 count in each of his first 3 throws for the 2nd game.
Dalton Lowe looks to go for the spare, and he gets it.
Shot at Tyler Vokes there, giving some advice to some of our girls varsity team.
Comes Darian Ippolito. He is also looking to go for the spare.
He'll get it. He's having a much better game this game than he was in some of the first part of the last game.
Yeah, 105 points in that first game. Certainly making improvements.
Yes.
From that.
Sam with delivery. And he comes a bit high and leaves a big split. 4-6-7 for Sam. That'll be a tricky one to pick up.
Sam's having a pretty strong game again, I'd say, so far, after putting up 181 points and being the high scorer through both teams in that first game.
Yes. Spencer misses a bit high, leaves the baby split. Sam with a good attempt there. That's closer than you might realize.
And Zach Spencer is going to look to knock out 2 pins from Danville, as he was a high scorer on Danville's side with 175 points in that first game.
Yep, we'll see if he can pick up this 3-10 baby split here. Ooh. He hit the 3 and wrapped it around the 10. It's a rough break, but a good shot there.
Here comes A.J. Everly, who was the second high scorer of that first game with 178 points.
There we have it, a strike from our high average bowler.
Picks up a big strike, finally getting in a little bit of a rhythm maybe.
Let's hope so.
With a spare and a strike, that could be a big difference maker for the Tornadoes.
Yes, definitely a momentum changer. A little bit of, it's only the 3rd strike of the game there. Seth Hughes will leave a split on his 4th frame. Two 4-10.
And Seth Hughes is up for Taylorville after putting up a 7. He is in, so we are in the 4th frame of this second game
He gets
for the Tornadoes.
2 on that split there. Good attempt. Sherman will miss his spare, only picking up 1. Isaiah will look to pick up Seth after that split. And a strike there for Isaiah.
Big pickup for him after scoring 124 points in that first game.
Blake's ball on lane 10 there took off and got just 1 pin.
Darian has 2 spares in a row so far.
And a strike there for Darian after 3 9 counts in a row. Love to see that.
What do you think's improved with Darian's bowling from, it seems like he's kind of finding a rhythm.
Yes, he's definitely doing a lot better than that last game. Seems to be keeping that arm straight a lot better. He's pulled a couple shots in that first frame.
Picked up 2 spares in a row and then a strike, and Sam Pfeffenberger is looking to have this even stronger of a game than he did in that first game.
Sam with a 9 count. Sounds like our girls team just had a 4.
And welcome back into the broadcast. We apologize for the technical difficulties. As we are back again from the Old Bowl, I'm Drew Mickey alongside former THS bowler Jack McGrath.
It's great to be at the Old Bowl and watch this match, and like I said before, it's great to have Tommy TV out here covering it for us.
So to catch you up on that first game, the Tornadoes fell. Danville came up with 727 points, and Taylorville had 702 points. But Taylorville has made some adjustments. Darian Ippolito's looking better through this second game, especially. I think that's helping out the Tornadoes. What do you like from the Tornadoes so far?
They all seem to be feeling a little better. Darian, obviously, having just 1 open frame so far in the game in his first frame. Isaiah had a rough finish there, and we'll be looking to clean it up a little bit after that. And Sam and AJ getting warmed up, and I think we'll be seeing better games from both of them as well as the rest of our bowlers here.
Sam and AJ led both teams in scoring there through the first game. Sam with 181 points, AJ with 178 points, as it is senior night for this bowling team.
Zach Spencer, Danville's anchor, gets his spare there. which will leave the leadoff bowlers Matthew Sherman for Danville and Seth Hughes up in the 5th frame. Sherman misses a bit left and leaves just the 10 pin.
As Seth Hughes gets set to kick off his 5th frame.
And a good shot there by Seth. Another 10 pin leave we see here. So Matthew Sherman on lane 9 fails to pick up the 10 pin. We'll see if Seth Hughes can on lane 10. First, Blake strikes for the Danville Vikings. Seth delivers the ball. Ooh, and it just misses the 10 pin.
That's good news if you're a Danville fan, because Blake there was off to a bit of a slow start after putting up on 34 points in the first game rather.
Another strike there for Danville as Dalton Lowe will hit it on the left side of the head pin and get a lucky break.
Say Hayden looking to make it a double.
And he will. Good shot there by Isaiah.
His improvement is certainly helping the Tornadoes right now as well. You're kind of seeing it. Sam and AJ had some good scores in that first game. Now you're seeing Isaiah Aiden and Dario Napolito step up with a few strikes to help out the Tornadoes get some more points on the board.
Yes, exactly when they needed to, right after a narrow loss in the first game. Darian delivers. Another 9 count for Darian, leaving just the 10 pin. A lot of 10 pins in this match today. Gavin will attempt to pick up the 1, 2, 4, 8. And he gets just 2 of those pins.
Gavin had 164 in that first round, in that first game for Danville. Darren Ippolito looks for the spare.
He got it. Darian, 4 clean frames after starting off with an open. Great start to this game. Halfway through.
Lots of improvement, which is good to see in the second game.
Big split there for Zach Spencer of Danville.
Sam Puffenberger for Taylorville is up now, and he gets 9. Now he's going to go for the spare.
10 pin for these Tornadoes.
Seeing a lot of that tonight.
Spencer will try to pick up his split here on lane 9. He'll get 2. Not a bad attempt there, as Sam shoots his spare and just misses it. It's a 9 open for Sam in each of his last 2, as AJ looks to pick him up, coming off of a double here. We'll see if he can make it turkey.
Sam had a turkey in that first game. See if AJ can do it now.
And he will. Turkey there for AJ Everly. Seth Hughes up on lane 9 for the Tornadoes. Start off the second half of this game. He'll leave it a bit right and get a 6 count as Matthew Sherman is up for Danville on lane 10. Just a bit high and leaves a 4 pin. Seth is gearing up to pick up his spare. Matthew Sherman looks to do the same on lane 10. Delivery looks good, but misses left for Seth. Sherman will, however, pick up his spare. Let's give this Isaiah Ayton up on lane 9, looking for a turkey of his own.
And we have an update on the girls varsity team, as Taylorville girls varsity had 807 points that first game, and Danville had 629 points through their first game. So the Tornado girls varsity bowling team took the win of the first game. We'll see what they can do here as they are in their second game as well.
As we were given an update there on the girls varsity, Isaiah got a turkey of his own right after AJ got one. Ooh, Darren will leave a rough spare there. Blake looks to pick up 5 count and roll and get 1. Leaving the 1-6, Heat 9. Darren will be looking to hit it on the left side of the head pin, taking out the 1 and the 2 pin there and sending the head pin over to take out the 10 pin. We'll see if he can do it here as he gets ready to throw. Release there by Darian. He'll get just 1 on that.
Darian kind of found his rhythm there and couldn't quite finish it off that time, but him and Isaiah Ayden have certainly shown some better signs here in the second game.
Dalton Lowe taking 3 off the left there after a strike in the 5th frame. As the delivery by Sam will leave an 8 count. 6-10 there for Sam to pick up. As Lowe will look to pick up all 7 pins here for the spare. Looks like he missed left and will leave 4 standing for a 6 count and at the 6th frame.
And Gavin Favre is now up for Danville.
As Sam missed that 6-10 spare. 3 opens in a row for Sam. Needs to be looking to get back into his groove. He seemed to be in game 1 and at the start there in game 2. AJ will look for 4 strikes in a row here. And he'll get it, a ham bone there for AJ Everly. That's 4 strikes in a row.
Strong performance for him.
You see their celebration there, where AJ pretended to hit a golf shot, and they all turned around and yelled 4.
AJ had 178 points to that first game.
He's looking to prove on that this game. That's 4 in a
looks
row.
to catch back up against Danville, as Danville put up 727 points in that first game, but Taylorville not too far behind with 702.
Danville's 4th bowler there, Gavin, will pick up his spare, which leaves just Spencer here for Danville. Throw the last shot of the 6th frame. His 2-handed release will be a little too much speed there as he dumps it off in the gutter.
Zach's had a little bit more of trouble getting into rhythm here after being the leading scorer for Danville through that first game.
Look to pick up all 10 pins there. And he'll hit it just a little left and get 9 out of 10. Not good enough for a spare, but could have been a worse count there for Spencer. I'll put Sherman up on lane 9 to start off the 7th frame. And he will get a Brooklyn strike hitting on the left side of that head pin.
And here comes Seth Hughes for Taylorville. One of the 4 seniors recognized tonight.
A 10 pin left there by Seth Hughes. Almost left an 8-10 there. Would not have been a good sight to see. Blake of Danville will dump it off in the gutter on his first shot in the 7th frame. Seth will look to pick up this 10 pin. And he will miss left to leave the frame open.
Seth had 114 points through that first game.
Blake will look to clean up after a gutter on his first shot. And he'll get a 6 count. Isaiah will look to have 4 in a row, as his teammate AJ Everly is also. And an 8 count for Isaiah after a triple. Isaiah and Seth here are both first-year bowlers looking for another sport to do after the end of their football career. They found a home here on the bowling team.
Isaiah had a turkey in his second game. Certainly an improvement after that first game, and giving some points to Taylorville.
Yes, he'll miss that spare there, but he's still sitting in good place here if he can close out the rest of this game. Darian's up looking to make up for that open in his last frame. Dalton Lowe left just 2 pins on his shot. And a 9 count for Darian Ippolito. Looks like Lowe picked up his spare for Danville. We'll see if Ippolito can do the same for the Tornadoes. Warming up here, and we'll look to throw it across the lane at this 4 pin. It looks good, and he's got it.
Darren Ippolito with a big second game here to help the Tornadoes catch up to Danville.
Gavin Favre for Danville with a 9 count, leaving a 6 pin as Sam delivers and will leave a 6-10 for the Tornadoes.
Sam goes for the spare. He had 181 points that first game.
Looking to throw it across the lane, and he will miss left. As Gavin also looks to pick up the 6 pin, and he does. AJ Everly up here, looking to make it 5 in a row. Good delivery there, but he'll miss just a bit right. 7 count there after 4 in a row.
Certainly an impressive performance by AJ Everly with
Yes. See if
4
he can
strikes in a row.
pick this up here as Spencer delivers and will hit 7 pins. AJ needs to hit it here on the left side of the head pin, taking out both those two with his ball and sending a pin over to take out the one there on the right. And he'll miss left, not getting any pins. We'll see if Spencer can get his 7 spare here. And Spencer will pick up that spare.
Picks up spare after a little bit of a slow start.
Yes. Sherman there at the 6 count on the first ball of the 8th frame for Danville. As Seth uses up on lane 9 to throw the Tornadoes' first ball of the 8th frame. Good release, just a bit high, and leaves a 6-10. Sherman gets just 1 pin there for a 7 count in the 8th frame. Seth Hughes looks to pick up his spare. 6-10, which we've seen a lot of tonight.
Seth Hughes looking for the spare.
And he'll dump it off in the gutter to miss it. We'll see here if Isaiah Ayton can pick him up and close a frame here for the Tornadoes in the 8th. As Blake will get a 7 count. Excuse me, a 6 count. Isaiah looking to strike here, and looks like he does.
That is his 4th strike this game. Certainly making improvements after putting up 124 points in that first game.
Yes. Blake got 2 of his 4 pins left standing, as Darren Ippolito is up on lane 9.
Darren's had a few spares in the strike this round.
That's a good looking shot, but we'll leave the 10 pin. It's been Darren's enemy tonight, as he's left quite a few 10 pins.
Certainly been a factor in the second game, especially, it feels like.
Dalton Lowe gets on the left side of the head pin, and will leave just the 9 pin, as Darian misses his spare. Dalton Lowe looks to convert his spare, and he just misses it. Sam will look to close out a frame here. After a good start, he's had 5 opens in a row. And he'll hit high. Ooh, leave the dreaded 7-10 split.
It's Gavin Favre for Danville. Puts up 7. We'll go for the spare.
Looks like Sam went in between and missed both there while we were showing Gavin's shot.
As AJ Everly is up for the Tornadoes.
Gavin will pick just 1 pin out of those 3 to get.
He had 4 strikes in a row this game.
A 9 count there. We'll look to pick this up after leaving open in his last. Zach Spencer hits it left, but it's a lucky break as he gets a strike in his 8th frame. leaving AJ Everly trying to pick up his spare as a lone roller in the 8. Looks like he picks it up. Tornadoes will be looking for a big foundation frame here as they hope to beat the Danville Vikings in the second game.
Seth Hughes is getting it started off.
Misses right and leaves 4 pins standing. Matthew Sherman will miss right. Almost got a messenger to come over and knock out that 7 pin, but it stays standing for a 9 count. We'll see Seth Hughes try to pick up his spare here in the 9th frame to build a foundation for the big finish in the 10th. He has a good 10th there. Matthew Sherman will also miss his spare in the 9th for Danville. Puts Isaiah Ayton up to bowl. Had to strike his last frame.
That's his 4th strike of the second game.
Yes, 4 in the last 5 shots. And a 9 count for Isaiah as he leads just a 4 pin in the 9th frame. See if he can pick it up and build a good foundation for the 10th as Blake delivers. And will strike for Danville.
Dalton Lowe is up for Danville now.
As Isaiah looks to clean up this single pin spare here. And he will. Isaiah had a good start to last game and kind of fell off a bit the second half of the first game. But he's had a great game here so far.
Yeah, 124 points to that first game, and
He's already surpassed that
yep,
this game. Dalton Lowe with an 8 count for Danville as Darian releases. Will miss left, but still strike.
and Darian has also surpassed.
Excuse me, left a 9 count.
Darian has also surpassed his total from that first game today. He had a 105 points, is certainly making great improvements.
Lowe misses his spare as Darian looks to pick up the 10 pin here. Hang on, and it fell off just before.
Gavin Favre for Danville is up next.
Had a good game last game, but struggled a bit more this game. We'll get an 8 count there in the 9th. As Sam looks for a clean frame here in the 9th. And a good looking shot that will strike there for Sam the 9th. When he needed it most, he got it.
AJ Everly is up next. He's had a strong game, looking to finish strong.
Yes. Gavin Favre picks up his spare as AJ is about to deliver his shot of the 9th frame. And they're dancing, but he will leave the 7 pin. Zach Spencer up. Strike his last shot, but he will miss left. Looks like a 5 count there for Spencer, the anchor for Danville.
Yeah, he had 175, scored 175 in that first game.
He will not reach that this game. As AJ shoots and just misses the 7 pin. It's a bad place to open there in the 9th, but we'll see if he can turn around and have a big finish here and still get a good score for the game. Spencer will also open in his 9th frame as the Tornadoes switch sides, and will finish out this game here on lane 9, looking for a big finish to take game 2. Spencer has a late fall there for a strike in the 10th.
Seth Hughes for Taylorville.
Excuse me, Sherman for Danville. Seth Hughes will also strike in his first shot of the 10th.
He's also surpassed his total from the first game with 115. He had 114 in that first game.
Looks like a 4 count there for Sherman after the strike. We'll see if he can pick it up to close out this game, as Seth Hughes in his bonus frame looking to add on to his score. And he will throw another strike. It's a double in the 10th for Seth Hughes, and we'll see if he can throw another strike on this last shot. As Sherman leaves 4 pins standing for a 121 game 2 for Danville. Seth Hughes is up, delivering his final ball in the second game. A 7 count on that. Great finish there for Seth Hughes, the first-year bowler. So that gives him a 113 game for Hughes.
Isaiah Ayton has certainly made improvements from that first game.
Yeah.
On his 124.
He's also looking for a big finish here. As Blake struck in his first shot in the 10th, doubling up on his shot in the 9th. Isaiah leaves a double wood here in the 10th. There's a turkey for Blake. We'll see if he can finish out with 4 in a row after Isaiah goes for the spare here.
Blake for Danville had 134 in that first game.
He won't quite get that. We'll see if he can get close here if he strikes. And Isaiah got both pins, and we'll get a bonus ball this game. Blake finishes with 4 in a row for the Danville Vikings, leaving him with a score of 129 for game 2.
It's Dalton Lowe for Danville. Picks up just 1 pin. Hey, Cal. Excuse me. And on Taylorville's side, Isaiah Ayton finishes up strong with 184 points. Great improvement from the 124. Score of 124 he had in that first game. Darian Ippolito gets a strike.
A great 60 pin improvement there for Isaiah.
Big factor in the second game.
Darian looks to double up here in the 10th. And he will. As father of the Danville Knights shoots his first shot at 10. And leaves a 10 pin.
Darren Ippolito finishing strong.
Yes, we'll see if he can finish out the turkey here in the 10th after a rough first game. Darian looks to close out his second game, and he'll get an 8 count on his last ball for a 158 score.
Certainly an improvement upon his first game. Good to see adjustments being made. And
yes, as father of Danville picks up the 10 pin to give him a bonus ball. We'll see Sam Puffenberger look to double up here. A little high, but he will carry it for a strike. 2 in a row for Sam after a string of opens.
Sam was the leading scorer for that first game. 181.
8 count for father to close out with a 135 game in his second. Sam looking to make it 3 in a row. Delivers and misses right. 7 count for Sam. Zach Spencer, Danville's anchor, up in the 10th. And we'll get a 9 count. As Sam Puffenberger's up on lane 9. Looking to pick up his spare. Spencer looking to make the single pin spare. And he will pick it up and will get a bonus ball. As AJ looks to clean up after that open in the 9th. And he's looking for a big finish here. Looks like an 8 count there for AJ in the 10th.
AJ had a strong first game, putting up 178. He was the second leading scorer.
Yes. 4 in a row earlier in this game. So he looks to pick this up and add on another 10. Spencer will strike with his last ball of the game. Sorry, 9 count. Finish with a 136. AJ looks to pick up his spare and just barely gets it. He will get one more shot, sitting at a score of 178 and looking to add on to it.
Here comes Everly for Taylorville.
AJ will get 9, it looks like, on his last ball. As the Tornadoes beat Danville in the second game. Sherman starts off with a 9 count, moving right into the third game here. Strike had a late hit on the 10 pin. Strike for Sherman. A 5 for Seth Hughes, leaving a washout. Strike for Blake as Danville doubles it up here in the third game.
And over on the girls' varsity side of things, Taylorville girls lead with 1,666 over Danville's 1240 score of 1245 so far through their second game.
7 count there for Lowe after both his teammates strike in their first shots. As Isaiah will look to strike here on his first shot of the third game.
What improvements did you like out of that second game for the Tornadoes?
They got a lot more spares than they did the first game. There wasn't as many wild shots going just to the left and to the right. There's a lot more solid shots hitting the pocket. There's a couple of strings of strikes we saw there. And a lot of clean frames. Lowe will get 2 off of that big split. And Isaiah will look to clean up this frame after guttering on his first ball.
That second game, Taylorville had 760, score of 767, and Danville had 616.
Definitely a better score for the Tornadoes in the second game. But I've seen them do even better than that, and hopefully they'll show it this game. As Favre also strikes for Danville in the first frame. 3 or 4 Danville bowlers have struck so far in this third game.
A.J. Everly was the leading scorer for the Tornadoes with a score of 187, and Isaiah Hayden is right behind him with a score of 184.
Darren missed a little left there and left 3 pins standing. As Spencer will do the same, throwing it off into the gutter. Darren will pick up his spare here in the first frame of the third game, as Spencer looks to do the same after his gutter on the first ball. And he will get 9 pins. Sam misses left, has a couple pins fall late till he's just a 5 pin standing in the middle of the lane. See assistant coach Mike Wells there giving him some advice. And Sam will pick it up here. AJ, the last bowler up in the first frame of the third game of this varsity match between Taylorville and Danville, and he strikes.
Great start for AJ after being the leading scorer in that second game.
This will leave Seth Hughes up for the Tornadoes and Matthew Sherman up for Danville. Sherman's looking to double up here. And he will miss left and leave a 3 pin. Seth Hughes trying to move into a 2-handed shot, it looks like, and will strike.
Finding his rhythm, Seth Hughes' rhythm, would be extremely beneficial to the Tornadoes here in the third game.
Benefit greatly. Sherman stepped off there, letting the girls to the left of him shoot their shot as he looks to pick up the spare here. And he'll get it. 18. with another strike for the Tornadoes here in the second frame. Blake looking to double up for Danville. And he will leave 4-7. 8 count after a strike for Blake. As Darren releases. And will throw a strike.
So Hughes, Isaiah Aiden, and Darren will all throw a strike here in their second frame.
We'll see if Sam can match the trend of Tornadoes throwing strikes here in the second frame. He'll have a 7 count. As Dalton Lowe is up on the other lane for Danville. Lowe delivers. The angle just a bit off as he leaves 3 pins standing. Sam looking to clean up his miss, and he will. Spare for Sam Puffenberger in the second. AJ looked to strike like 3 of his teammates in this frame have done before him.
He had a big second game with a score of 187.
And if AJ can double up here, it'll leave Sam as the odd man out, the only one not striking for the Tornadoes this frame. And AJ will strike. Great frame for the Tornadoes. 4 strikes and a spare. Favre is up for Danville. And he will leave just 1 pin standing. Some discussion going on there between the Tornadoes about Sam being the only one left out of striking, as Favre looks to clean up his frame. And he does. Leaves Spencer up for Danville, their anchor bowler.
Once again, an update on the girls varsity game, girls varsity bowling game. They are up on Danville after the second game with total score of 1666. Danville has a total score of 1245.
Spencer gets just 6 pins on that. So he will look to hit on the left side of this head pin and send it over. Looks like Kirsten Deal picked up her spare before it cut away. They're on lane 8. We'll see Spencer try to pick up his. He'll get 3 out of 4. Another strike for Matthew Sherman of Danville. He has a clean game so far through 3.
Seth Hughes getting things started off on the third frame.
He's looking to double up here. And he'll miss just a bit left. Leave. He's 6'9", 10. And a split for Blake of Danville, as he looks to stay clean just like his teammate Matthew Sherman before him. Seth Hughes looking to pick up this right side spare here. 2-handed delivery. And he'll get 2, leaving the 10 pin standing. Ooh, good spare there by Shy Blake on the split. Danville's first two bowlers are both clean through 3, as Isaiah Aiton looks to double up here in the 3rd for the Tornadoes. And sounds like he did. Double there for Isaiah.
Certainly glad to see him get that rhythm in the 2nd game and keep it going here in the 3rd.
Yes. Stepped up big time for this team on senior night.
Another senior, Darian Ippolito.
9 count for him, leaving the 7th pin. 9 count as well for Dalton Lowe as he's looking to pick this up. He will be standing way left in front of the ball return. And he dumped it off in the gutter to miss it.
Darian Ippolito picks up the spare for the Tornadoes. He's got a strike and a spare so far.
Yes, he's clean through 3 as well. Nine count for Gavin Favre. He's having a good start to this game. And we'll see if Sam can be the same. He strikes. He is clean as well.
Gets his redemption after that 2nd frame.
Yes.
Having everybody get a strike except for Sam.
Yes.
And Sam joins Isaiah Aiden as being the 2 strikes in frame number 3.
See if AJ can triple up in his first 3. As Gavin Favre misses his spare for Danville. And he does. AJ is perfect through the first 3 frames.
And that is AJ's 2nd turkey of the day. I believe his other came in the 2nd game, if I'm correct.
Yes, he had 4 in a row there in the 2nd game. Zach Spencer strikes in his 3rd frame as well. Matthew Sherman up for Danville on lane 9. Looking to keep his game clean. He'll miss left. Gets 7 pins on that shot.
Say Seth Hughes starts off the 4th frame for the Tornadoes.
8 count there for Seth. Not a bad shot. Just missed it a little. See if he can pick up the double wood here. As Matthew Sherman looks to pick up his spare. In the 4th frame here. He'll miss a left and just get 1. For his first open of the game here in the 4th. Seth gets just 1 pin there on a tough break. Blake looking to stay clean. He will with a strike. As Isaiah looks to do the same. Looking for a triple here. Stepping off the lane for a second to collect himself. Dalton Lowe will bowl for Danville in the meantime. He will strike also. 2 in a row there for Danville.
Isaiah Aiton going for 3 strikes in a row, turkey.
Great shot there by Isaiah, but left a 10 pin. See if he can pick it up. He's picked up quite a few already today. Gavin Favre delivers for Danville. He leaves 4 pins standing.
Isaiah Ayton looks for that 10th pin to pick up a spare.
A little off balance on his release, but I think he got it there, and he did.
Isaiah had a slow start in that first game, a score of 124. Second game, 184. In this game, he's certainly finding a rhythm.
Yep, a little rough first frame with that gutter 6, but he's definitely turned around since then with 3 good frames. Darren will miss the left just a little bit, and we'll get a 9 count, leaving a 3 pin. Favre missed his spare, which leaves Spencer up the bowl for Danville, and he struck, making it a double for him. Darren's looking to stay clean here through the 4th frame as he goes for a singles pin spare. And he'll miss it right. Sam Puffenberger up for the Tornadoes, also looking to stay clean. He'll miss a bit high, leaving a 4-7. A count for Sam in his 4th frame. A count there by Abby Perry on lane 8. While we wait for Sam. And he misses his spare left. First open of the game. We'll see if AJ Everly can pick him up here and start off with the first 4.
Sam Puffenberger started off as the high score for the team in that first game with 108 at 1. Then cooled off a little bit in that second game with 134 points.
He's looking to turn around here in the 3rd game here, as AJ leaves a big strike to end his perfect run. It's a tough split here, but it can be done. We'll see if he can pick it up or at least get 2 here in the 4th frame. He's hit it just in between the 6 pin and the 10 pin. Send the 6 pin over to the left. They'll pull it inside and go in between, getting none of the pins. Seth Hughes up to bowl now on lane 9. Start off the 5th frame for the Tornadoes. Six count there for Seth. Matthew Sherman looks to clean up after his first open of the game. Gets an 8 count.
Matthew Sherman's had 2 strikes so far in his 3rd game.
Had a great start before opening there in that 4th frame. We'll see if he turns it around here. It's a tough split here for Seth Hughes. We'll see how many he gets. Just 1 on that. Matthew Sherman will pick up his spare for Danville. Isaiah Ayton up for the Tornadoes.
He's had 2 strikes and a spare so far this game after a strong second game.
And just another strike here for Isaiah. Good games brewing here for Isaiah after that rough first frame. Blake will double up too. for Danville. Darian's looking to turn around after his first open of the game. Just as Matthew Sherman did. 8 count there for Darian. We'll see if he can pick it up. As Dalton Lowe is up here to bowl for Danville.
Coming off a strike is Lowe.
Darian looks to pick up the spare. And he will. Lowe shoots and gets none on that. Sam looking to clean up after an open in the 4th. Nice delivery there. Playing more inside than he has been before. He'll leave it a little right for a 6 count. Gavin Favre looking to turn things around. Looked like a good release. But he leaves a 6-pin. Sam will get 3 of 4.
Gavin Favre of Danville looks to go for the spare.
4 out of 5 strikes so far for AJ Everly, as Matthew Spencer leaves a split. Seth Hughes with the 7 count. Sherman will attempt to pick up this split here. This one's a makeable one, but he'll miss right, leaving all 3 pins still standing. Seth Hughes will look to pick up this spare here.
As Blake
And he got it.
Danville side Blake gets set to look for the turkey.
Ooh. Through the nose and a big split for Blake after a double. See if he can pick this one up. As Isaiah on lane 10 looks to double. Blake dumps it off in the gutter, missing all 3 pins. Isaiah will deliver his shot. And looks like he struck. A double there for Isaiah, 2nd of the game.
Isaiah making great improvements and finding his rhythm here throughout all these 3 games. After a bit of a slow start in the first game, but
yes,
making improvements.
Most definitely. Great last game. Great start to this game for Isaiah. Dan will throw it out to the right.
He was the 2nd high scorer of that 2nd game.
Dalton Lowe can pick up his single pin. And he does. Darren Ippolito will look to get all 3 here. Darren picks up his spare as Sam gives him a handshake there. Favre up for Danville. And a strike there. Great throw.
Sam Puffenberger's now up for Taylorville. He's had a strike and a spare, 2 spares so far this game.
Good delivery. Reached the 10 Just a 10 pin. Zach Spencer up for Danville. Nice delivery. He'll come right back into the pocket, but won't get the messenger to come over. So he also leaves a 10 pin. Sam on lane 10 missed his to the left. We'll see if Zach Spencer does the same or if he converts this way.
AJ has 4 strikes in this third game. Zach Spencer goes for the spare. That one ends up in the gutter there before it gets the pin.
AJ with 4 strikes and 5 throws. Ooh. He's a 5-7 split there. The angle just a little bit off for that. That was not a bad throw, as he has a split in the 6th frame. This is one he can make. We'll see if he does here at the Old Bowl. Good delivery. Just doesn't hit it in the right place. Just gets 1 on that.
AJ comes off a strong performance in that second game with a score of 187.
Yes. He's talking to Lance there. Hopefully he'll get it. His shot figured out. He'll get back on the strikes train here. Seth Hughes leaves just a 10 pin. It's a good shot there for Seth. Matthew Sherman with a 6 count for Danville. Seth Hughes with his 2-handed delivery picks up the 10 pin. As Matthew Sherman looks to pick up his spare on lane 10. And he gets it. Late fall on that last pin for Sherman, as Isaiah's up on lane 9. Say Ayton looking to make it a turkey, and it looks like he will. Great shot there by Isaiah for 3 in a row.
It's his second turkey of the game. He joins AJ Everly as having 2 turkeys this.
Blake leaves a 4-7 there on lane 10, as Darian looks to do what his teammate Isaiah did just before on this lane and strike, and he will too. Blake picks up his spare, and we'll see if the rest of these tornadoes can strike and leave Seth Hughes being the only one without a strike in this frame this time.
Sam Puffenberger looks to answer back.
Goes high and through the nose. Does not strike. Ball too low up. And he will leave a 7 count, just as Sam did. But Lowe's is a big split. Sam's spare here is trickier than it looks. We'll see if he can pick it up. And he will. Good spare there by Sam.
This is Sam with a strike so far this game. Looks like he has 3 spares.
Lowe misses his spare there. Seems like his high rev rate just isn't matching up to these drier lanes here at the Old Bowl. AJ will strike there, looking to prove those splits were a fluke. This 5th strike of the game.
Good way to finish out the 7th frame for the Trios.
Yes, great frame by everyone. Clean frame. Gavin Favre has a 6 count on lane 10 for Danville. See the 2 coaches talking amongst themselves there as Favre looks to pick up his spare. Ooh, and he'll get 3 out of 4. Rough break there for Danville in the 7th frame. Leaving Spencer last man to bowl in the 7th.
Zach Spencer started off well in that first game with score 175, and then kind of cooled off again in that second game with a score of 136.
Yes, his ball takes off and he gets only 6. Matthew Sherman getting 7 on lane 9 to start off the 8th frame for Danville, as Spencer looks to close out the 7th frame for him on lane 10. The oil pattern's a little lighter here at the Old Bowl than it is in Danville. That's why you seeing some of these Danville kids struggle, leaving some splits here as the lanes break down a little bit. Seth Hughes starting off the 8th. Ooh, he'll leave the 7-10 split. Not what you want to see here towards the close of the match. Blake will hit Brooklyn and get a strike.
Here comes Dalton Lowe for Danville.
Seth Hughes will put it in between the 2 pins. Dalton Lowe will see if he can strike like Blake did. And he will, coming in a little high but carrying for Danville. Strike there in the 8th for Dalton Lowe. See if Isaiah Ayton can match that.
A good 8th frame for Danville so far with 2 strikes.
Isaiah Ayton here going for 4 in a row. See if he can do it. Looks like a good release. A little high, lifts just the 4 pin.
Isaiah's had a big day today with 2 turkeys. Edge Everly's also had 2 turkeys today.
Yes. Gavin Favre has a great shot, but he's a solid 9 pin. Isaiah looks to pick up the 4 pin to continue this great game he's having. And that's got to hook, and it will. Good spare there. See if Gavin can do the same on the other side. And he will also pick up his spare. Darren Ippolito up for the Tornadoes, looking to double. And he will not strike, but he will get 6 for the Tornadoes. As Zach Spencer is up for Danville and almost leaves a big split. Leaves just 3 standing there.
Darren Ippolito kind of took a little bit to find his rhythm. Had around 5 for that first game, and then the second game he had 158.
That one he will put in the gutter to open here in the 8th. Sam will be looking to pick him up here. Sam Puffenberger looking for a strike after his spare, but won't get it. Another 7 count for Sam. Sam will look to pick up the spare. And he does not. Looks like he gets 2 out of 3 to open here in the 8th. AJ looking to double. And he will. Another strike here in this game by AJ Everly.
AJ's having a strong, very strong day with 2 turkeys so far. Putting up 178 for that first game and 187 the second.
Yes. Seth Hughes and Matthew Sherman both up to lead off their teams, both after opens in their last frame. Seth will strike. See if Sherman can match him. And a 7 count for Sherman after Seth Hughes' strike in the 9th.
Big strike for Seth Hughes.
Yes.
Trying to finish strong in this 9th frame.
Yes. Tornadoes need to be striking and sparing here in this 9th frame, building a good base for a big finish in the 10th. See if Sherman picks up his spare. It looks like he misses it left, and he will. Isaiah Ayton looking for a strike after just missing his last frame. Oh, it dumps it off in the gutter. Not a good place for that. Hopefully he can clean it up.
Especially after the solid
Rhythm
he's been finding that second. Now the 3rd game he's had with turkey in his 3rd game. So it's especially important to finish strong here on these 9th and 10th frames.
Yes, especially here. Blake doubles up as Isaiah looks to pick up all 10 pins here in the second shot. And he does. Big spare there. Dalton Lowe also looking to double up for Danville. He hits on the left and leaves a 9 pin. Darren Ippolito had an open last frame. He's looking to build a good foundation. He has an 8 count. Dalton Lowe misses his spare. Bad place to open there for Danville. Let's see if Darren picks his up. And he will also open. Let's see if Favre and Puffenberger can pick up their teammates here. Favre will strike for Danville.
See if Sam Puffenberger can answer right back.
Sam up to bowl. Release looks good. And leaves a 10 pin. Okay. See if he picks it up here. Spencer looking to strike in the 9th for the Danville Vikings. He will give a 6 count. Sam looking to pick up the 10 pin, and he will. Great spare there by Sam. See if AJ can throw yet another strike in this game in the foundation frame here. AJ looking for a triple. 9 count there for AJ as he misses the 2 pin. Spencer looking to spare for the Vikings, and he will not. He will get 3 of 4 to open in the 9th. AJ looking to pick up his spare here in the 9th.
Looking to finish strong, having a turkey here in his 3rd game. It's all in the 2nd game.
Yes. That's AJ's first spare of the game. But a lot of strikes to go with that. Sherman will miss left. You get a 5 count. And Danville's first ball to the 10th. Seth Hughes is up in the 10th. And we'll leave a 4 pin.
Seth Hughes finishing strong with a strike and looking to get a spare here.
As Sherman opens in the 10th for Danville. Let's hope Seth Hughes can pick up a single pin and get another shot here in the 10th. And he does. He will get one more shot here in the 10th, looking to add on to a score. As Blake for Danville's looking to triple, and he does. Had a double go into the 10th and got the first strike here. Looking for a big finish here for Danville. Now Seth Hughes gets up on the approach, looking to throw his last ball of the night. A good count, and he'll wobble the 4 pin, but he won't get it to fall. It's a 9 count for Seth Hughes, and that means he finished with a 133 as Blake leaves a rough split after a triple.
Seth Hughes finished strong. 114 in that first game, 113 in the 2nd, and got a little bit of a rhythm towards the end to get him 133.
Blake has a 203 with 3 pins left standing. We'll see what he can get. He gets 2 of them for a 205. Great last game for Blake. Zay's looking for a big finish here. Has a good game going so far. A 9 count for Isaiah as well. As Dalton Lowe, high rev bowler for Danville, looks for a big finish. And he will miss left, leaving 5 pins standing.
Isaiah Aiden looking for the spare.
You get the single pin. And he got it. We get a bonus ball. Carefully end up over 200 here in this final game. We'll need 7 pins to get to 200, as Dalton Lowe only gets 1 out of those 5.
Isaiah's had 5 strikes in his 3rd game.
It's a good game here with only 1 open for Isaiah. See what he can do here. He's got a max score of 203. We'll see how many pins he can get. Favre getting ready to bowl for Danville, as Isaiah is about to deliver his final shot of the night. And that's a strike for Isaiah Eaton. It's a 203 in his last game. Great night for Isaiah on senior night here. Starting on varsity for the first time. Gavin Favre will leave a 5-10 split. It's a rough one. And his first shot at the 10th. We'll see if he can pick it up and get a bonus ball. Darian delivers and will strike in his first shot at the 10th. He will get 2 more throws tonight. Favre Good attempt, but only gets 1 pin there to finish with 152. Not a bad score, but it's rough opening there in the 10th. Darian looking to double up here in the 10th, and he does. Darian's sitting at 155 and is looking to add on 10 more to that score, as Zach Spencer bowls a strike as well on his first shot of the 10th. Darian looking for a good finish here after a couple of rough frames. He will get a 5 count, it looks like, for 160. Good finish there for Darian. Shooting above his average there.
Took him a little bit to warm up after that first game with a score of 105. Good way to finish strong in the third game, 160.
Spencer leaves the 310 baby split, as Sam is looking to strike here in the 10th, and he does. Zach Spencer looking to get these last 2 pins here to boost his score a little bit. He will get 1 and finish with a 138. Sam looking for another strike. Throws it a bit outside. Does not come back enough. So he leaves a 7 count. He's looking to pick up this spare and boost up his score a little bit. Sam will get 2 and finish with a 146 game. AJ Everly, the final bowler up in this varsity match here at the Old Bowl.
He's had a good day so far.
Yes, he's looking to strike out and reach that 200 mark, just like Isaiah did, and he strikes. That's big for him. He's looking to add on 2 more. Kirsten Deal strikes on lane 8 there for the girls varsity team. AJ looking to double up here in the 10th. Some of our JV bowlers that are done are down there supporting the varsity team. That's great to see. AJ will miss left and leave just a 5 pin standing.
Great day for AJ.
Yes. He's looking to pick this up, and he will not reach 200, but that's not a bad game here for AJ. Those 2 opens on the splits.
First game with a score of 178. AJ has a score of 187 then in the second game.
And AJ will pick it up and lead the Tornadoes to a win in this 3rd game here. Tornadoes took the 2nd and 3rd game after falling to Danville in the 1st. AJ finished with a score of 198 pins.
That first game had a score of 727 for Danville and 702 for Taylorville. But then Taylorville came right back, found a rhythm, and had a score of 776 in this second game. Danville had a score of 616.
Taylorville with a good game there to finish. Had a score of 840 pins to Danville's 736.
So finishing strong was a big key for Taylorville here in the second and third games. What you like in terms of the improvements that happened, I guess specifically looking towards Isaiah Aiden and Darian Ippolito and their improved scores as the day went on?
I think they got a little more focused. They're throwing a couple of bad shots there at the beginning, but they really tightened it up and improved a lot the second and third game. It came out big for the team when they needed it after dropping that first game to Danville.
So once again, the Tornado Boys varsity team takes the win here against Danville. We're still awaiting a girls varsity score here.
Great finish here by the Tornadoes to beat the Danville Vikings. on
And the
senior
Tornado
night.
girls varsity team also took a win against Danville. Tornado girls had a score of 24-95 and Danville had 18-51. So both the Tornado girls and boys bowling team take a win tonight against Danville. Certainly impressive. Be sure to tune in to Tommy TV tomorrow evening as we broadcast the girls basketball game at 7:30. And then great wins tonight, especially for the boys on their senior night. Thank you for coming in for Tommy TV today, Jack.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for broadcasting the game, and I'm glad it was a great night for Tornado Bowling.
Certainly exciting and great to have 2 wins on both the girls and boys varsity side. Thank you for tuning in to Tommy TV. I'm Drew Mickey alongside Jack McGrath.
You're watching Tommy TV.